With a camera.
The following program comes to you in color.
Well, a couple minutes after we promised, we're here. It's Walt with you, live from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas. And you're watching Runway DFW After Dark. It's Wednesday, December 6th, 2023. And you're with us for a couple of hours worth, I hope, of some good nighttime airplane action here from one of the world's busiest airports. So hang out there with us and we'll watch planes together on Runway DFW After Dark. Well, there we are in the Super SAMU Sprinkler Avoidance Mobile Unit, and we are standing by, hopefully to not have any sprinklers tonight. But we're ready. We're ready to go. We're ready to pull out here at any second. So we do have, well, for one thing, I have to say we did just miss by the skin of our teeth the departure of an MD-11 tri-jet. And I apologize for that. Just couldn't get things going in time. But we do have that 747 gleaming there in the darkness, and hopefully we'll see that go out in a little while. And we've got a plane coming in from Puerto Vallarta in Mexico. So let's take a look at that as our first arrival on Runway DFW. Looks like 1093 is 737-800, ending just a little shade sliver more than a 2-hour trip from Puerto Vallarta in Mexico. That was a 737-800. All right, we've got plenty of folks here with us. MR Rice says, good evening, Walt, and all fans on Runway DFW After Dark. Our one of our quad jet members, Pete Nordine, says, well, it's got the 747 insignia. Phil G says, I hope Mrs. Runway DFW is behind the wheel, ready to floor it when the sprinklers go on. No, we're a solo operation tonight, so whatever happens, happens. I see Turkish Airlines Flight 192, and you will see it now there too. That's a Dreamliner going back to Istanbul, 7879. Typically, that plane departs over on the east side, so this may be our only look at it. Channel member Steve Lundaby says, good evening, Walt. How are you doing tonight? I am doing good, good, good. Basim Yusuf says, I'm here for a short period of time dealing with medical issues. I have malignant cancer in my colon as of finding on November 10th, and this Friday I will have my cancer surgery. Basim, I hope you know that we all are thinking about you, and hope this can take your mind off of the medical issues for a little bit, but we are confident that your doctors will do good work. Here's to you. Plane Spotting with Keith says, good evening, Walt and everyone. Katie Goodling says, hi, everyone. She's a channel member, as you can see by that little bright spot next to her name. Josh Aldrich says, Samu. And FTHL Luke says, Samu time. Both, of course, are channel members. Robert Brune says, good evening, Walt and chat. Graphic Sign and Design. A channel member says, thanks, Walt, for the nighttime stream. Channel member Dale Helton says, hello, Walt, and hello to you, Dale. I see our moderator, Josh Aldrich, in the stream. Hello, Josh. Robin M. says, hello, DFW friends. Carla Longerbeam says, good evening, Wednesday, Walt. Fantastic mods and everyone from the HEB area of DFW.
Turkish 5, Yankee Romeo, heavy DFW runway 18 left final, please.
Arriving there was Flight 1832 coming in from Denver, American Airlines. And you know what? Looks like we may have the Turkish Dreamliner for a departure on this side tonight. Okay. I'll accept that. This happens maybe 1 out of 4 departures that I'm familiar with. I'm not here every night. For those of you who are new to the channel, the airport here at DFW has 2 sides of the runway, east and west. Kind of like if you're familiar with Los Angeles, they have north and south sides. So we have east and west sides, and things are happening all the time on both sides. Generally speaking, the departures which are headed in an easterly direction are get shoveled over to the east side for takeoff, and conversely, the ones that are coming in from the west land and take off over here. But that's not a hard and fast rule.
Turkish 5, Yankee Romeo, heavy RNAV, Spirit runway 18 left, close to go.
And this is one of the longest journeys you can make from DFW. I think it's in the top 10 at least. There's the East Tower in the background, along with the skyline of the city of Dallas. I can feel the vibration on the bed of Super Samu here.
This is 48 Whiskey Kilo, Charlie to the ramp, monitor ground 185.
Whiskey Kilo, Charlie to the ramp, monitor.
PJ is our newest subscriber. Thank you, PJ. De Guzman.
Turkish 5, Yankee Romeo, heavy contact departure.
Something approach Turkish 5, Yankee Romeo.
I must tell you that a little more than 24 hours ago, the bed of this truck, instead of being loaded down with high-tech photographic equipment, was holding 7 bales of coastal hay. So we get double use out of this truck. There's the activities that are going on with the 747 over yonder. Looks like it's still getting loaded up. Somebody's going in the cockpit, so we may get to see some action here on Runway DFW. Quad Jet channel member Cubs Win says, hi everyone. Hello, Cubs Win. Thank you for your support of the channel. Larry Brown says, good evening from 32 degrees Fahrenheit, Doylestown, Pennsylvania. And for those of you in the Celsius world, that's the freezing mark. That's 0. I know that. Jacob Sharp says, hey everyone. I'm trying to get to people that I didn't get to earlier. Got folks talking about snacks. Robin M says, I have the pleasure of passing DFW daily on my way to and from work. The planes get quite low today. A 747 flew right over me. And that is something to behold when you're in when you get that kind of proximity.
Flight 745, Eastern Tower, 13 right, clear to left.
13 right, clear to left, 745.
That is a Martinair. It's just coming in. I don't know where it came from. It's a Cessna 208B Super Cargo Master. And usually it doesn't go in there. Usually it goes in front of all the UPS planes on its way to its destination. Because we're gonna give it a little salute. I guess we will anyway. Let's see. We're gonna go back all the way to the year
1988.
That's how old that particular aircraft was. That little single-engine Martinair you just saw.
American 2104, enters dog leg, final, 18 left. American 21 Joe 40.
We're not exactly busy right now, are we?
18 left, clear to land, American 2104.
A couple planes headed this way. One is, they're both American Airlines. One's off to Seattle and the other's off to Columbia.
32, Tower, you ready to go?
We see another 3 minutes on 13232.
Okay. Let's verify American 21, 04, clear to land. American 2104, we're going to left, clear to land. 18 left, clear to land, American 2104.
And I think I got these wrong. We thank Martin Exotics for a subscription to the channel. Thank you, Martin Exotics. Subscriptions are free. Of course, one of them is not an American Airlines plane. The one on the right is this is an American Eagle Flight 3332. Embraer 175. It's going to Columbia, and the one on the left side of your screen is Flight 2402, an Airbus A321. This one's going to Seattle.
American 2104, just parking. Got it.
What I see in the sky, just approaching now, is American Flight 2104 from Minneapolis, St. Paul. That'll be a 737-800, and we'll be seeing that within just seconds. I should go over there now to see if... Gotta make sure I can figure out where these planes are coming from. Here atop the truck. Get my bearings, so to speak. And yes, we have some obstacles in our way, but we've got a clear shot of the runway as they come in and land.
Airport 1745, you take the high speeds in Bravo, Charlie to park and get in.
High speed, Bravo, Charlie to park.
Ready 2104, take one of the high speeds in Fox Alpha, 65 on top of the bridge.
So I think that flight going to Seattle has
Chance to go north.
started going down the runway. I can't tell.
American 2402 on at B park, running 18 left, clear takeoff.
On at B park, clear takeoff, 18 left, American 2402.
Envoy 32, transform, 18 left on a plate.
Only 18 left, on forward, onward 32.
No, it looks like it's going now.
With you about 5 out of flight break, 1 heat right. Delta 685, you can on 18 left, clear left. Clear land, 1 right, Delta 685.
After this takes off, we'll swing back and check out American Flight 1559, one of the increasing number of American Airlines MAX planes we see. This will be a MAX 8. For a while there, we weren't seeing any.
Envoy 32 on FCB park, running 18 left, clear takeoff.
RNAV B park, runway 18 left, clear takeoff, onward 3232.
American 2402, on departure, have a good flight.
Switch in, have a good night, American 2402.
Where is it? doing truck bed contortions to try to get this in frame.
American 2503.
American 2503, sir.
Yeah, we're waiting on our numbers. Do you want us to go down to Whiskey Fox?
Sure, Whiskey Fox, just let me know.
I'll let you know. I'm a hold short at Whiskey Fox, American 2503.
So that aircraft coming in from Chicago O'Hare. It is a 5-year-old MAX 8.
Flight 5107 inbound, visual 13 right.
Flight 5107, DFW down 13 right, clear to land.
13 right, clear to land, and flight 5107.
Max 1359, high speed, point on the east side.
Yeah, high speed on the east side for 1359.
And it looks like our big 747 is still getting loaded up for its next trip. This, I believe, will be going to Louisville. Our next arrival is going to be Delta Flight 1685, arriving from Salt Lake. It'll be an Airbus A220.
Pitch permission, Victor current altimeter 3024.
Here on Runway DFW for a Wednesday night. Martha Purdue says, I love this video. Thank you. Channel member Larry Brown says, truck bed contortions. Sounds like a country and western band. Yeah, those country songs, they have to have... There's a radio station here in Dallas, The Ticket, and they had a bit going for a while. I don't know if they still do it. But there you see the... to divert for a second here, you see the stand there. Looks kind of like a giant tripod there attached to the tail of that plane that keeps it from tipping over when loading and unloading. But anyway, The Ticket here in Dallas had a bit going where they would play a random country song and they'd go through it and they had a list of words that were incorporated into almost every country song, like, you know, beer and truck and drinking and things like that. And it was so funny because every country song, it seems, had one of those words. This is an Ameriflight. Beach 1900C coming in from Lubbock, Texas. And all these planes are going around the other way. They used to come in front of us right here. And now they're going behind there somehow.
1984.
So as it disappears into the background there, it's another aircraft of the 80s. There you see it turning around there. Here's that Delta flight we spoke about moments ago, coming in from Salt Lake.
Delta 1685, high speed, Gulf 8, crossfire 18 left, Fox Alpha, 65 on top of the bridge.
Gulf 8, crossway left, Foxtrot Alpha, and ground on the bridge up to 1685. South Airport 1791, visual 13 right.
Airport 1791, DFW Tower 13 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 13 right, Airport 1791. It's our speed only 77 at the visual 18 right.
Sterling 77, Houston Tower, 18 right, clear to land.
Sterling 18 right, Sterling 77.
And flight 5107, go to
Mick Biggie the Third says we should be looking forward to a UPS 757 coming in just a few minutes. I do see a UPS Airbus A300, which we'll be seeing about 10 minutes from now. It's coming from the city of San Antonio, Texas. Yeah, we should have lots of activity here spread out in front of us at the UPS regional headquarters.
Tower Cat 1071 with you visually key right.
Air Canada 1071, DFW Tower, 18 right, clear to land.
Clear land 18 right, Air Canada.
American Airlines Flight 1704. Well, it's going across the bridge. Going away from us there is Flight 1704. It's an Airbus A321 going to another American Airlines hub of Charlotte. Coming in this way is American Flight 1798, which is going out to San Antonio. That's another Airbus A321, so we'll see that take off over here shortly. Next arrival is going to be Spirit Flight 77 from Atlanta, an Airbus A320-200. So get ready for a yellow bird here on Runway DFW. It's still about a minute away. Martha Purdue says hello, everybody. And we say hello to you from Super Samu. Jimmy Henry says, well, I'm settled in for a few hours of excellent nighttime DFW spotting from a frosty 32 degrees Kentucky.
DFW Tower and 18 left on a plate. It'll be just minutes with the direct runway traffic.
18 left on a plate, number 4173.
Air Canada 1071 final approach speed.
And we're flowing Air Canada.
Just a reminder, you're watching Runway DFW After Dark with your host Walt, standing in the bed of a pickup truck. It is Wednesday, December 6th, 2023. And I welcome you to our little shindig here. That American Eagle flight yonder is going to Corpus Christi. It's an Embraer 175. Flight 4173, but we're going to take a look at the flight coming in from Atlanta. There's a flight, there's an Air Canada flight coming in right behind it from Montreal. And it seems pretty close on the radar. I don't know if we're going to have a go-around here. I'm not going to predict one, but this will be the Spirit flight coming in from Atlanta.
Envoy 4173 on the longer and 18 left, clear takeoff.
18 left, clear takeoff, 5 left, Envoy 4133.
Envoy 3411, DFW Tower, travel to 18 left on a plate.
So Air Canada Flight 1701 from Montreal is really not too far behind. Let's see how, if this gets out of the way.
377, roger. Echo Whiskey Lima, hold short 18 left.
Okay, it's turning now. I'll give you a swish pan here to find the Air Canada flight.
26 Tower 18 right, clear left.
So it's pretty close, but no problem.
American 78, DFW Tower, traffic going on, left on clear, just a bit of away traffic.
Well, that boy, runway warning, American 78.
Oh my goodness, we got that air start going again, or whatever that siren type sound is. Sometimes that goes on and on and on. And there's the Spirit plane. You can see it's still in sight here, but it did clear the runway in time for the Air Canada plane to land. And there's a Frontier Airbus A320neo right behind it. These are coming in pretty fast and furious here as they do a little aviation ballet getting off the runway.
Tower right, 633, visual 18 right. 633, DFW Tower 18 right, clear to land. Right, sir, land, mix 633. Envoy 3411, counterpart, have a good flight. Roger, Envoy 3411,
So here is the Frontier flight, and I'll let you know where it's coming from once I can spin the camera back around in my direction.
DFW Tower, travel 418 left on a 40. Left 18 left, okay, 1084.
Yeah, right behind this aircraft is American Flight 633 arriving from Phoenix, Arizona. It's an Airbus A321. There is your relief shot as I spin the big lens around. And now that Airbus A300 we spoke of about 10 minutes ago is finally making its way over here. It's UPS flight 9871 from San Antonio. Now you'll see what I mean about spinning this thing around. I forgot I can flip out the viewfinder of this camera, so that'll help me a little bit in making a judgment.
American 2053 heavy DFW Tower, travel showing 18 left on a plane.
Line up and wait for American 2053 heavy.
Here, A300, A300, A300. Oh. Well.
1665 got marker, that's the flight.
I thought it was a lot closer than that.
X2853 heavy on at the B park, around 18 left, to take off.
Well, it wasn't.
No need to respond.
There it is. I had a bit of a misjudgment there.
Commerce 2503, we're ready.
Thank you. American 1797 DFW Tower, 18 left, on the way, jump across Southfield.
Right of the way, 18 left, American 1797.
There goes a 777.
American 633, traffic deposition at Whiskey Lima, cross 20 left, cross 25.
I believe this is going to Los Angeles.
Right, crew cross 18 left.
I will confirm shortly.
Ground 25 the other side, 633.
Frontier 3326 at Alpha, cross 20 left, over the bridge, 65 on top today.
Cross 20 left, Alpha on the bridge, 425.
DPS 971 heavy, get word of the King Air from your left, then Charter Park.
Charlie Park, King Air off the left.
It's American Airlines flight 2853 going to Los Angeles.
Target EPS 791 with visual 18 red.
American 2853, Charter Park, good flight.
787-200ER.
For departure, American 2853,
DPS 791, DFW Tower 1 right, clear land, caution by turtles, please travel with
1999.
And we say, fare thee well, to a 20th century example of a Boeing 777.
American 1797 on at the B park, runway 18 left, at takeoff.
Good to take off 18 left on that B park, American 1797.
Envoy 3795, DFW Tower, Tower 1 left, last place.
Runway 17 left, the number 1 is deploying 3795.
Now, I believe somewhere back there in the bowels of the UPS terminal is a 767 on its way to Louisville. So we'll keep our eye out for that. There are 9 aircraft lined up to take off over on runway 18 left.
Take off on Boeing 37,
American 790, DFW Tower, Tower 4 left, on a plate.
18 left, Boeing, American 790.
Garrett says, how long are we going to be on tonight? We will be, well, we're somewhat dependent on whether we get sprinkled or not. Sprinklers are the bane of our existence here at night at Runway DFW here at Founders Plaza. Hello, Beach Life 828. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. I hope you like what you're seeing. And if you are a subscriber, after 10 minutes, you will qualify to join us in the chat. Poking into the screen there from your left is American Flight 790 off to Colorado Springs, a 737-800. As you can see on the screen there, it's 54 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's, I would say, seasonal weather for this time of year. Certainly could be colder. Could be warmer. Hey, here comes a 757 UPS. I believe one of our viewers told us about this. Count me as a fan of the 757. This is flight 791. It came in from Laredo, Texas. No. 1994. Yeah, I made it a little old. Sorry about that. 1994 is what this plane dates back to. 29 years old as of September. We'll be getting a lot closer look at it shortly. Meanwhile, in the foreground, is that 767 we talked about. It's going to Louisville. This one's not quite as elderly. It's only 10 years old. In fact, it's kind of youthful. So I do like to come out here at night and see all these good old cargo planes. Hey, fly on a wall. Appreciate your subscription to Runway DFW. AA0619 wants to know, hi, will you be streaming on Friday morning? I haven't made that determination quite yet. So set your little alert bell for our channel. Well, I do want to thank also a gentleman who came by with his dog before we went on the air. And he said, I'd like to give you a super chat, but I don't log in to UPS. To YouTube. So he reached in his pocket and handed me a $10 bill. That was so nice of him. So it was an in-person super chat. I can't tell what this plane's going to do. Could be winding its way over to the east side for takeoff. Meanwhile, here comes that 757. Such a nice looking aircraft.
American 1663 on the line, runway 18 left, clear takeoff.
Clear takeoff, 18 left, RF line.
American 981, DFW Tower, Tower, show 18 left, on the flight.
18 left, line of boy, American 981.
American 637, contact parking, good flight.
37, switch, thanks, sir.
American 981 on the B park, runway 18 left, clear takeoff.
On at B Park, 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 981.
4702, DFW Tower, transfer to control, runway 18 left, on the flight.
Left away, 18 left, runway 3706.
American 1663, contact parking, good flight. 4702 on the alarm, runway 18 left, clear takeoff.
Our left, Lauren, 18 left, takeoff, 3702.
American 2989.
Now we take another look at that 767, which pulled out just a short time ago. It's looks like it's waiting to cross over runway 18 left to go over to the east side for takeoff.
American 981, contact parking, good flight.
981, good night.
American 2989 on the B park, runway 18 left, clear takeoff.
Our left, B Park, 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 2989.
Envoy 3412, DFW Tower, traffic on 18 left, on a plate.
Line up and wave, 18 left, Envoy 3412.
And as there are a lot of planes poised for takeoff, this one may have to just wait its turn for a few more. Actually, I'm going to say yowzer because there's more than a dozen planes that are lined up to take off. I'm talking passenger planes.
Clear for takeoff, 18 left, turn up to Lauren, Envoy 3412.
American 821, DFW Tower, traffic on 18 left, on a plate.
Line up and wave, 18 left, American 821.
There's nothing imminently incoming. We have a few flights a little ways out.
American 2989, contact departure, have a good flight.
Good night, American 2989.
But there you see a couple of planes coming to join the party. And there's some more of them.
American 821 on the B park, runway 18 left, clear takeoff.
Our left, B Park, clear for takeoff, 18 left, American 821.
American 1092,
So you heard it there, American Flight 821. It's going to Tulsa, Oklahoma to 737-800.
Envoy 3412, contact departure, have a good flight.
Departure, Envoy 3412.
A traffic jam, says Carla Longerbeam.
Frontier Flight 1962, DFW Tower, 18 right, clear to land.
Clear lane, 18 right, Frontier Flight 1962.
American 1092 on the alarm, runway 18 left, clear takeoff.
American 1092, RNF, Lauren,
I would like to thank our pal Skittles, a Quadret Jet channel member, for that super chat. I'll get to that in just a minute. That was kind of our automated notification and acknowledgement. So let me try to catch up with some of these planes, and I'll get back to that very kind contribution from Skittles. Ooh, we have a 747, not the UPS one, but another one, which is going to be taken off for a flight to Houston. It's just lighting up the radar now. Cargo Lux flight 6714 to Houston, a 747-400. And
UPS 765, heavy traffic in position at Yankee, cross 20 left over the bridge, 65 on top.
All right, put across and take it to the...
I thought I just heard in my ears the sound of sprinklers, but I don't see any that are being deployed right now. Now I hear a helicopter. Oh, maybe it's a prop plane. I'm hearing all sorts of things. I think it is a prop. I do see on the radar a Beechcraft 1900C, Ameriflight, that's revved up. When was it? Sunday morning we kept hearing the sound of propeller planes like being revved up to the max. Couldn't see them. Now scooting across runway 18 left, headed over to the east side, is that 767 UPS. Here comes a Frontier flight from Las Vegas. It's an Airbus A320neo flight 91. Am I reading that right? Nope, it's flight 1962. And just for the record, you may have seen it on the tail there, that was Wiley the Bison there on the tail of that plane.
Roger, 262 high speed, bumping east or west.
Hey everybody, how's your night going?
Tower 3073, departure, good flight. Tower 37, turn right, heading 190, maintain 4000, we're at 18 left, then take off.
Right, heading 190, 4000, runway 18 left, clear to come Tower 37.
Bank 785, DFW Tower, traffic is rolling, we're at 18 left.
It's American Eagle Flight 3070 going to Waco, Texas. And I'll just let that go. Because we want to, well, now we're talking about a 747 earlier, right? We've got this one over here. Cargo door's still open. We don't know if we'll see that come out. We've got this Cargo Lux now that has emerged from its facility here on the west side. This one is going to Houston Intercontinental George Bush World Airport in Houston. And then we've got just a couple minutes out. We will have, for your edification, Nippon Cargo Airways Flight 168 coming in from Anchorage. That'll be another 747. It's been a long time since I've seen this many 747s in close proximity. Because a couple months ago we had two UPS 747s parked at right angles to one another right there.
American 785, 1 in the line, 1 left, 15 off.
On that line, 1 in left, 15 off.
American 2879, DFW Tower, Travis 1 left, on point.
Got to see the Cargo Lux Heritage livery a couple of weeks ago. It was a nice throwback look. Now it's possible this plane could go over to the east side for takeoff because it's going to Houston. It's kind of a toss-up there. But in just a minute, I'm going to swing the main camera around so we can watch the Nippon Cargo 747 come on down. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we can do here about this plane. So we're pointing in the sky in the general direction of the Nippon Cargo Queen. I know you're not seeing very much right now. There it is.
On that line, 1 in left, for the top run on the 1406.
2993, DFW Tower, Travis 1 left, on point.
And 1 left on the way, American 2993. Just confirm that was for 2993.
Hey, American 2993, 1 left, on point.
1 left on the way.
After launching, American 2850.
Tower, set up 60 questions on the visual for the runway 1 turn.
American 2993, 1 left, 15 off.
That'll be for 1 left,
American 833, DFW Tower, Travis 1 left, on point.
That's 1 left, American 833.
Airship 629, DFW Tower, 1 right, to land, convoy, turn 1 control, head 1 outbound.
Always happy to see that.
You might back to parking with you, the fucker.
Now the Cargo Lux 747 that we saw a few minutes ago is lining up for taking off here on the west side.
American 833 under the alarm, right 1 left, so take off.
On that line, 1 left, take off, American 833.
Skywest 3268, DFW Tower, Travis 1 left, on a plate, it'll be just a minute for control space.
And there it is. And we've got another UPS flight, which you're about to see. This is flight 761 is going to Ontario, California, 767.
American 2993, counterpart, has to flight.
Counterpart, good evening, American 2993.
Level 3 Hotel Bravo, DFW Tower, at Zulu, cross runway 18 left, traffic 5 mile 5418 right, cross 18 right as well, Charlie 5. Cross 18 left, cross 18 right.
Now, I've dialed up the gain about as much as I can here. Let me see. Well, there's one more trick I can use. It's a little more light, but from my standpoint, literally I can only barely see a silhouette of that plane. I can't make out any details. I can't, with my eyes, I can't even see the insignia on the tail, which appears to be brightly lit in this picture, but with my eyes, it's, I can't read it. So, all hail Sony cameras.
Delta 3268, turn right, heading 190, maintain 10,000, or 18 left, lift takeoff.
The right turn heading 190, maintain 10,000, 1 air, left clear takeoff, 32.
So there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a bunch of other planes over there to take off, including Qantas Flight 8 going to Sydney. That's a Dreamliner. Let's see if we can find that in these bunch of planes over here. I think it's all the way, is it that far up? Is that it? Can't really tell, can I? Oh no, it disappeared from the radar. What? That is the Qantas flight there. So it must be awaiting further instructions. That's a Dreamliner Dash 9. It's parked at the far north end of 18 left. And maybe waiting for some load measurements or other things that's got to program into its computer before it can take off for Sydney. Well, Mesa Jet here, which I think is operating on behalf of Delta now.
Alpha 3346, Hunter DeLorme, right 18 left, lift takeoff.
Arnett DeLorme, lift takeoff 18 left, runway 3346.
No, so operating on behalf of United.
18 left, American 1859.
Sorry, that was Flight 6049. CRJ 900ER. Just so you know, if in case I get all exercised all of a sudden and things start to get very crazy around here, it will be because there is a sprinkler alert. So I'm hoping that will not be the case tonight. But should that transpire, what we do is I'll fold up the tailgate, secure things as best I can, and we'll drive to another part of Founders Plaza while hopefully we're still in the air. Oh, you can see sprinklers there behind me. Uh-oh. You see them behind? You probably see them kind of over my shoulder there. That's kind of a bad sign because that means that's they're coming this way. So we'll hold off as long as we can.
Skyler 3120 on at the B park, runway 18 left, so take off.
Just take off 20 left, park at B park, Skyler 3120.
Qantas flight is back on the screen as far as the radar goes. It's moving. Once again, this is Flight 8 going to Sydney, a 7879 Dreamliner. I'm preemptively moving our second camera here.
Ready 27-1 on it, Lauren, right 18 left, so take off.
Lauren, 18 left, and take off, man, 27.
Right 2564, DFW tower. Traffic show 18 left, on a plate.
18 left, on a plate, American 2564. American 2024 with you for 18 right.
American 2024, DFW tower 18 right, clear land, copy, turn, front gate on the left side. Skyler 3120, kind of departure, have a good flight.
Good evening, thanks, Skyler 3120.
And in the process, I kind of tilted the axis of that camera. Oh well.
American 2190, DFW tower, traffic is rolling, 18 left, on a plate.
18 left, line point, American 2190.
So we're waiting on Qantas to depart. We're also waiting on this big ol' Cargo Lux headed out to Houston Intercontinental.
American 2071, kind of departure, have a good flight.
Okay, 9, American 2071.
American 2190 on at the Lauren, runway 18 left, so take off.
Ryan Paulding says, gosh, Walt, so even your truck bed, you're not secure from the sprinklers. No, because they have a really long, they really come towards us. You know, because the wind is coming from the south, so it kind of blows in this direction. The sidewalks get all wet. And so the reason for the truck is that we can at least get everything out of the way.
American 2564, kind of departure, have a good flight.
2564, see ya.
Well, we're about to see American Flight 2024 coming in from Los Angeles, an Airbus A321. So if one of these planes, the Cargo Lux or the Qantas, and my lens isn't wide enough to get them both in the same shot, at least not fully. So assuming one of those is not taking off, we'll give you a little bit of action here with the Los Angeles incoming flight.
Carlos 93 Victor, heavy, DFW tower, traffic showing, runway 18 left, on a plate.
Runway 18 left, line up and wait, Southwest 93 Victor.
Oh, now the Queen is on the move.
Carlos 93 Victor, heavy, on F2 Lauren, and 18 left, so take off.
Arnett to Lauren, runway 18 left, business take them, because of
Qantas 8 heavy, DFW tower, traffic is rolled, and 18 left, on a plate, will be just differential facing.
That's on a flight 196, 196.
American 2190, kind of departure, have a good flight.
American 2190.
Skyler 3060, kind of departure, good flight.
Hi, good day, Fancy.
Airport high speed, parking east or left.
Parking west.
American 2024, Roger, take Whiskey Lima at Whiskey Lima, up within position and cross 18 left, ground 0.85 near side.
Cross 18 left, Whiskey Lima, 0.5 American, 2024.
Air Shuttle 6049 Alpha, cross 18 left, over the bridge, 65 on top today. Cargo left 93 Victor Heavy, on departure, has the flight.
Departure, Cargo left 93 Victor, good night.
I think the Qantas now has a clearance to go. The Spirit of Australia, framed by that 767.
Maintain 10,000 or 18 left, that's takeoff.
Auditing 190, 10 south, then take off 186,
Next, 2628 DFW Tower, Travis Shore, runway 18 left on a plate.
Plate 18 left, American 2028.
Qantas 8 Heavy, on departure, has a good flight.
Qantas Heavy, good night.
Safe travels off to Sydney.
American 2628 on air to B Park, bring 18 left, up takeoff.
We're going to have to be far, clear to take off 20 left, American 2028.
You might be able to see that the 747 just in front of us is backing out.
TVS 61 Heavy on Nandalarn, runway 18 left, clear pickup.
On Nandalarn, clear for takeoff 18 left, DCS 761 Heavy.
Convoy 3619, you back off, like runway 18 left on it, stay in it, wait.
18 left, alarm for runway 3619.
American 2628, contact departure, have a good day.
Position departure, American 2628.
DFW Tower, Delta 2546, visual 18 right. Delta 2546, get through down, runway right, clear to land, Castaway covered, cruise, box up, parallel, with an OJ. Clear to land, 18 right, Delta 2546. UBS 61, heavy contact, spark connect.
Departure. Good night, UBS 61 heavy.
This is a 3-year-old 747-8.
Oh, okay.
Who's that? What 74 is that?
That's UPS.
Oh, it is UPS? Oh, it should have. That's their terminal, yeah. They still do. He's
Runway
training.
DFW.
He's training.
Runway DFW.
Double 3619, on at the B Park, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff. On at B Park, 18 left, clear for takeoff, runway 3619. American 2158, you still working on numbers?
We're ready to go, American 2158.
American 2158, runway left, my boy.
My left, my way, American 2158.
My guess is they're going to detach now from the tug. A beautiful 747, says Mike D. And our moderator and Quad Jet channel member Josh Aldridge says UPS Queen time. Kevin Kelly's got to go though. Good night, Walt. See you next stream. Thank you, Kevin, for spending some time with us this evening. And Larry Hawkins channel member says UPS Queen, Louisville bound.
American 2158, on at the B Park, 18 left, clear for takeoff.
On at B Park, 20 left, clear for takeoff, American 2158.
Basim Yusuf says, I better go for the night. I need to be prepared for Friday morning, sleeping early tonight. Need to check glucose, take my insulin before bed. Good night, folks. Thanks, Walt, for the great show. Basim, we're all thinking about you. We wish you all the best on your upcoming medical procedure.
Hey, where are you parking it at? You passenger cargo tonight?
Stand by, sorry, 131.
No, you passenger cargo.
Pablo Martinez says you should cover the sprinklers if they turn on with a couple of street cones. As a surveyor, I carry those for both traffic and sprinklers if any turn around on me. I've got to tell you, these sprinklers are very powerful. I did try something like that once, and they were not to be stopped, those sprinklers. So the better part of valor is just to move out of the way. Now I see the ones that had been behind us, behind the picture here. I don't see them going off anymore, which means that we're either next or maybe we'll be spared tonight. I don't know. I hope so. So the Queen has been disengaged from its tug. I guess some final checks are being made, and then we'll see this move on out. It's not on the radar, though. We are going to turn our attention briefly to a Qatar Cargo 777 coming in from Atlanta. Swing this camera in the other direction, or not this camera, but the one I'm manipulating.
6, thank you via Echo and Alpha hold short, 18 left. Echo, Alpha short, 1 knots up there, 25.
Is that it? I think that's it. It's about to go behind a tree. So we're about to get a 777 double play. That plane came in from Atlanta, 777, 7-year-old model. And we're about to see, what? Is this right? Yes, another Qatar cargo plane. There goes the 747. The next Qatar cargo plane is coming in from, it says it's coming in from DFW. That doesn't make sense. I don't know what's going on. This is a first for me to see two Qatar cargo 777s coming in back to back.
UPS 767 headed in DFW Tower. On to B-Bar, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 18 left, Arn House, Park, UPS 767 heavy.
Sorry, 8359 heavy, so right turn on.
Hello.
And,
Okay.
185, have a good night.
It has. Hello. Okay. Our soundboard put in a sound effect there. Uncalled for. So now we're back to 747. I don't know, 2 Qatar cargo planes in a row? Unheard of.
CVS 755 Heavy, DFW Tower, check the transponder on for me. Runway 18 left, final wait, South Wake.
18 left, final wait.
CVS 767 Heavy, contact, park up, good night.
Departure, UPS 7.
So, off to Louisville goes the Big Bird. Well, we've had some heavy action here tonight. Where'd all the planes go? We still do have an MD-11 parked over there, kind of out of sight, out of that view. Here's a 767. It's going to the Rockford Airport in the Chicagoland area.
UPS 755 Heavy, RNAV 2B, parking way 18 left.
It is a 4-year-old 767.
American 2917, DFW John, contact, Government, runway 18 left, final wait.
18 left, final wait.
You know what I just realized? I never did read the message that Skittles delivered with her super chat way back earlier in the broadcast. Let me see if I can track that down now that we're kind of in a small lull here.
UPS 755 Heavy, contact, park over night.
Departure, UPS 755 Heavy. See you.
You see what's going on?
Okay, I'm not sure what's going on with my soundboard. It's firing off things unbeknownst to me. So bear with me for a second if you would.
American 2917, RNAV 2D, parking way 18 left, sir, take off.
RNAV park, 18 left.
Okay, I think I see it here. Let's see if we can call it up.
09, DFW Tower, runway 18 left, final wait. 18 left, final wait, runway 3309.
Okay, Skittle says, good evening, Walt. Earlier you showed the beautiful Queen, the UPS 747, getting prepped for its upcoming flight. This really is such a beautiful airplane. And I'm going to have to play that back again because it didn't stay on the screen long enough. do that. She says, the lighting and clarity of the video is awesome too. Thank you for this great stream. Thank you again, Skittles. And I apologize for failing to... oh, now we're making up for it. I think we've all seen it now. I'm looking for more planes to show you. But at this juncture, I play a little music here. Yes, you're watching Runway DFW After Dark, live and in color from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas. My name is Walt, and we'll be here probably for about another hour or so to bring you whatever happens in front of us. Who knows what's going to happen? 2 Qatar cargo planes? What other crazy stuff could happen in the next few minutes? We don't know. It's Wednesday, December 6th, 2023, and I welcome you in. Robert Smith says, hello all. And hello to you, Robert.
Tower American 2015, 18 right. American 2015, DFW Tower, runway 18
So we said hello to him. Jane Chapman says, good morning, just after 4 a.m. on the Sussex coast, watching with a cup of tea. Jane, it's nice of you to get up early with us here over there in the UK. Oh, it looks like Mrs. Runway DFW has was enthralled by that music we just played. I don't know if enthralled is the right word to use. Well, let's check out the UPS 757 getting ready to make its way to, guess where? Louisville. Gary Van Huysen is our newest subscriber. Thank you, Gary. I hope I got your name right. As I always say, my name is kind of wacky, my last name. And so I'm always kind of overly sensitive about pronouncing other people's names which might not at first glance look like they're easily pronounceable, I should say. Ken Lau says, hi and good evening, everyone. Ken is a member of Runway DFW, and thank you for that. Our great mod Josh Aldrich says, I need to head to bed. Good night, everyone. Josh, thank you so much for your moderation services, and thank you so much for being a member, a Quadjet member of Runway DFW. Fareed Abed says, Runway DFW, hello there. Hello there, Fareed. I'm getting laser beamed there. Here comes an American Airlines flight from Los Angeles, flight 2015. I was a little too high for it as it entered our view there. Landing on runway 18 right.
American 2015, Roger, Euro down to Echo 7, hold short at 18 left at Alpha.
Echo 7, we'll hold short 18 left at Alpha, American 20.
Might have seen a Spirit plane in the background there. It was off to Las Vegas, flight 2701.
UBS 791, DFW Tower, runway 18 left on the way.
18 left, line up and wait.
Captain Z is our newest subscriber. Captain Z.
UBS 791 on after B park, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
Arnett to B Park, clear for takeoff 18 left, UPS 791.
True wings 2701, contact Park, good night.
Park now, 2701, yeah, good night.
Well, that didn't need much runway at all, did it?
UBS 791, contact Park, have a good night.
Current departure, good night, UPS 791.
And yet another UPS plane is now getting ready to take off. Flight 793. It's an Airbus A306, and this one is going to, guess where? Louisville.
Tower, American 20. Hold short 18 right at Alpha.
American 2015 at Alpha, cross 18 left over, bridge, country on 26.5, good night.
I think I got something that's a little clear to cross at 18 left at Alpha. We'll switch ground.
FTHL Luke notifies us that we have not yet had an educational / informational music lesson this evening yet. And I guess I should, I guess this is as good a time as any. Because we have here at Runway DFW kind of a rule that there's a song we are not to play because our executive producer, Mrs. Runway DFW, is not really a big fan. However, so that you will know what this song sounds like, were you ever to hear it, and it, you know, it kind of helps you get prepared to kind of get your hands up over your ears so that you will not be subjected to it. I will now play this song for you on Runway DFW. Now don't forget, you're not supposed to hear this. I kind of like it myself. Well, we've got another plane that we're going to be seeing soon. James Webb. Our friend James Webb has just checked in with a $200 super chat. James says, nice relaxing evening watching the stream. Thank you, Walt. James, thank you so much for your great support of this channel. You have really made a difference in the way we can present our planes. And what I was going to say is we've got another 767 on the horizon. This one's not UPS, it's ABX Air. And it should be easy to see because it's a totally white livery. Or at least that's what it looked like in the little thumbnail picture I just saw. So, wow, this one's scooting right across. I do have a hand that I can...
Ready to go. CBS 793 heavy, Roger, hold short, runway 18 left. Hold short, what is that? I'm trying to pick up.
So it looks like this one's going to be taking off right here too, so watch this A300 make its way into the sky, and then we will see if we can find that ABX flight for you. It's American Flight 2390 back there. It's going to Las Vegas. It's an Airbus A321.
CBS 793 heavy, runway 18 left, possibly.
Runway 18 left, CBS 793.
So the UPS plane has the line up and wait signal from the tower. Excuse me. I couldn't hit the cough switch.
Tower American 2427, make your visual 18 right.
American 2427, DFW Tower, runway 18 right, clear to land, gasway curve, heavy Airbus, departure parallel.
Clear land, 18 right, American 2427.
UPS 793 Heavy, RNAV 2B Park, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV 2B Park, getting clear for takeoff, 18 left.
American 2390, contact Park, you're good night.
Departure negative, 2390.
Regular Wave 09, approximately 18 left, approximately 18 right at with kilo traffic on a 5 mile final to 18 right.
Alright, we'll cross 18 left, 18 right, without delay, regular Wave 09.
American 2365, parking east left.
East, sir.
American 2365, taxi via Echo and Alpha, approximately 18 left, over the bridge, got a ground 265, have a good night.
Echo Alpha, cross 18 left, over the bridge, 465, thanks. American 2365.
UPS 793 Heavy, contact Park, have a good night.
All right, so the ABX Air plane, which we were looking at, still not moving yet. We can't see it from where we are. Once it sticks its head out from the cargo area to the south of us, we will give you a look at it. But as for now, well, there's the West Tower there in the background of that shot, and there is the East Tower. Had a lot of reaction to that song. I think Luke likes that song. That sweet, sweet jazz. Ryan Paulding asked, does Mrs. Runway DFW get upset when it gets requested? You know what? I think we're all in on this little joke, I hope. Anyway, I haven't been banished to the barn, let's put it that way. So I think everything is good domestically, I hope. Robert Dixon checks in with a $5 super chat. Another great show, Walt. Just love falling asleep to your show. You have an amazing radio voice, to be sure. Good night, all. Nighty night, Robert Dixon. Max Chu is our newest subscriber. Thank you to you, Max. A plane coming in from San Francisco here. And good news for Trijet lovers. The lone MD-11 that is over in the parking lot next to us has lit up on the radar. That was flight 2427 going to, or coming from, I should say, the city adjacent to the Bay, San Francisco. Now, can we show you, how much of this can we show you? Not much. Well, we can kind of see, we have a, got a sign in our way. But there you see flight 753 off to RFD, the Rockford Cargo Airport in the Chicagoland vicinity. This is a relatively new aircraft as far as MD-11s go. It's from this century, from the year 2000. the turn of the century, January of 2000, it just barely qualifies as a 21st century plane. That bright object in the foreground is a sign. So we won't be too harsh on the signs. We do have this this camera, which is actually just a repurposed old smartphone, is hanging itself from a sign. So giving us this panoramic view of the DFW Founders Plaza facility here provided by the airport. We thank DFW Airport for giving plane spotters a great place to watch aircraft. Like this one.
Frontier 543.99, DFW Tower, RNAV to Lauren, runway 18 left, clear takeoff.
RNAV to Lauren, runway 18 left, clear takeoff, runway 543.
What's on the move? Well, come out wherever you are. And there's the tail recognized around the world.
UBS 753 Heavy, DFW Tower, RNAV 2B, park, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV 2 park 18 left, clear for takeoff, UBS 753 Heavy.
Frontier 543.99, contact port, have a good night.
Departure Frontier 43.99, good day.
need much runway whatsoever.
EPS 753, heavy contact, departure, have a good night.
Park EPS 753, have a good night.
I'll stay with it for a bit because there's nothing else to see right now. Picture's a little grainy because we got the gain turned all the way up. Eddie Arnold is checking in with us from Kentucky. Hello there. Pop. Okay, let me try it again. Tembapani Diaries says good morning from Sri Lanka.
1974, 18 right.
Where it's 9:51 a.m.
American 1974, DFW Tower, runway 18 right, clear to land.
18 right, clear land, American 1974.
And if that doesn't sound right to you, it's to people in the rest of the world, it's because Sri Lanka is one of those time zones which is offset a half hour from most of the rest of the world. Or, I guess, as people in Sri Lanka would say, we're offset a half hour from them. But thank you for watching. Marlene Joy, who is a channel member, says hello everyone, and adding my like is in. Thank you. Sarah, the real deal, comes to us from Boston, saying hello, Walt Mods and friends. Hello, Sarah. Our pal Johnny Dodge, channel member, says, hi, Walt. Glad to see the stream looking good as usual. Can you play the Forbidden Song for old time's sake? Johnny, well, maybe at the end of the broadcast. We did just recently, I know you probably just tuned in, we did favor the Runway DFW audience with a rendition of that tune just a few minutes ago, so I don't want to overdo it. You know what I mean? So stick around. We may sneak that in as we say goodbye to you tonight. And I don't know when that's going to be. We've still got we've got American Flight 1974 from Las Vegas on final approach. It's an Airbus A320. We'll be seeing that in a minute or two. It's kind of chilling here. We're still waiting to see this ABX ghost plane. It has, it is moving now. In fact, I was going to say this is it, but I don't think this is it. This is American Flight 13. It's an Airbus A320. Not the 767 we were hoping to see. And this plane has just come out of the American Airlines hangar to the south of us, and making the turn to head over to the terminal area for its next assignment. But I think if we swing over here, we might now see this plane we've been watching out for. There it is. Now, as of the photograph I'm looking at, and I don't know if it's going to match up with what we see for real, but the photograph I'm looking at has no paint, or just a white paint job on this one. And it is definitely a 20th century aircraft.
$19.89.
That's 1989. We'll get back to that in a second. Let's check out the arrival from, I think this was Las Vegas, did I say? Yes, that was from Las Vegas. Now, the ABX plane, which generally operates on behalf of DHL. Sometimes these planes are painted as DHL. Doesn't have a destination. My bet would be on Cincinnati.
American 1974, where are you from?
We're going to be on the east side, C-17.
American
Let's see what we can see here. It's painted all white. We should be able to see it quite well.
Whiskey Lima across 18 left, Fox Alpha and ground point 65, American 1974. Good night.
Crew wing 2459, contact Clark, have a good night.
Have a good night, sir. Sprint 2459. Departure screen set.
It's teasing us, isn't it? It will be making a right turn very shortly here. Yep. Aside for the little N number inscribed under the vertical stabilizer, it's like totally, and there's a little American flag there on the tail too. So there you are, Generic Airlines. When I was, I'm going to say a teenager, there was this thing that was happening. It didn't seem to last very long. It was like generic foods. You know how the store brands have their own brands? Well, they had like a sub-brand, which was generic, and it was just like white labels with black lettering with, and I think the name of the food was like printed in stencil lettering. I just glanced over at UPS World over there. Unless my eyes are mistaken, I only see one plane left over there. I don't know if I've ever seen fewer aircraft there. And there'll be a passel of UPS planes coming in overnight.
Heavy, DFW Tower, runway 18 left, line up and wait, and we're following traffic off the eastbound.
Hey, line up and wait, runway 18 left, ABEX 102 Heavy.
What I need to do before I forget is to say thank you to all of our channel members. Starting, of course, with James Webb, who favored us with a $200 super chat earlier this evening. Been a big supporter of this channel. Thank you so much once again, James Webb. And next you will see our quad jet members. And these are all as of last night about this time when I prepared this list. Say thank you to 757 Chip, A-List Flyer, Chris, Bev A, Cubs Win, Deborah Klein, Dwayne C, James Webb, that name sounds familiar, Josh Aldrich, Kai, Kansas Ave Geek,
102 Heavy, RNAV to
Lori M, Michelle RS, Pete Nordine,
RNAV spare 18 left, 50
R Bauer 25, Raina Taylor, Skittles, and Will Hutchison, our quad jet members. And now you'll see the rest of all of our members scrolling by. I thank each and every one of you for supporting Runway DFW. And I should add, if you've been kind enough to become a member of the channel this evening, look for your name on our next broadcast, because I can't do these in real time, unfortunately.
ABEX 102 Heavy, contact departure, have a good night.
Go on departure, 102 Heavy, see ya.
So Flight Radar 24, once again, not telling us where this plane is going, but based upon history, I'm going to say it's off to Cincinnati, the Queen City. Now I should check to see what's on the radar for our remaining time with you. And so that's what I'm doing now, behind the scenes here at the in the bed of this F-150 pickup truck. As I mentioned earlier, just yesterday there were 7 bales of coastal hay where I'm standing. Well, I think what we're going to do is wait for 2 flights. A Qatar Airways, this will be a passenger 777 going to Doha, and it's scheduled to go out in about 10 minutes from now. And then about 15 minutes from now, American Flight 35 is off to Auckland, New Zealand. So those should be our two finale flights for this evening. But betwixt now and then, there's not a lot going on, at least not on this side of the airport. Well, nothing going on the east side either. I see 3 FedEx flights that are lit up to go. Typically, we don't see those over on this side of the airport. I think we had a rare one a few days ago. We got to see a FedEx flight come in, but typically they hang out over there on the west side. Or on the east side, I'm sorry. One of the FedEx flights is another MD-11. But why should I tease you with that? I can't show it to you. What we can show you from afar, I don't know how much we'll be able to see of this, is Spirit Flight 390 coming in from Orlando on the east side. There it is. That's as close as we can get to it. Plus, we won't be able to show it landing because we don't yet have X-ray camera technology. So I was going to show you this camera. Let's see if we can. I don't know if it'll focus in. Ah, yes. So looking back the other way, there's our camera. It's just a little a reused smartphone hanging from the reserved parking sign, powered by a battery. Connected wirelessly. So this appears to be the only UPS plane we've got left in the parking lot over there. That's the 757. It's one of the 757s we saw earlier. One we saw coming in. And it may be there for a while. What happens with the UPS and a lot of cargo planes is they'll come in. There's a big flurry of flights generally around 2 or 3 a.m. And then a lot of them will go back out in the early morning hours, and that's why when we're here in the morning sometimes we can see a lot of cargo action. I don't know if I'll ever be here for the overnight shift, because I don't think, while there would be a lot of planes, I don't know that we would be able to see too very much. It's not that kind of constant action like we're used to most of the time, although we're not seeing it right now. Look down towards Terminal D. the international terminal. You see the tail of the big Qatar 777, which should be going out in the next few minutes, along with the American flight to Auckland, which I see lit up on the radar now. American flight 35.
Frontier flight 1405, get to the tower, runway 18 left on the way.
Runway 18 left, Frontier 1405.
See a flight getting pushed back there. I'm not sure. It doesn't look big enough to be the Dreamliner to Auckland. So we're just kind of keeping time here until some major activity.
Frontier flight 1405, RNAV to Larn, runway 18 left, clear takeoff.
RNAV Larn, clear takeoff 18 left, Frontier 1405.
Uh-oh, someone is purloining my supply of bananas. We have a plane taking off. I should show that to you. It's Frontier Flight 1405 to Ontario, California. It's got Wiley the Bison on the back, on the tail, I should say. And once again, this is going to Ontario, California, flight 1405. So once again, we're waiting for excitement to ensue here at the big airport. I do see you see the tail of the Qatar 777 there. It's flight 732 going back
Frontier flight 1405, contact park, have a good night.
Frontier 1405,
going back to Doha, and so we should be seeing that on the move soon. Looks like the American flight to Auckland is still, well, let's see, it was moving there for a second. It's over there somewhere. So we've completed our honor roll of Runway DFW members. Thanks to each and every one of you for keeping this broadcast on the air. You know, I set up our Flight Radar 24 displays. See if it's still there. No, it's not working. You know why? Because I think it's down here. There it is. So as you can see, Flight Radar 24 here at the big airport. Not a lot going on right now. If we look real close here, we close in here, you can see the Qatar flight there. And that should be the Auckland flight. This is fascinating. That's Flight Radar 24. That's what we use to monitor the flights here at the big airport. And the tail of the Qatar Airways flight. Let's see, we can digitally enhance that picture, I think. So you see the tail kind of moving as it gets pushed back. Our view is somewhat obscured there. Ryan Paulding wants to know, when is Airline Videos Live coming back to DFW Airport? I don't have the definitive answer to that. I know Kevin has said he's going to be coming back, Kevin of Airline Videos Live. And when he does, I've got his batteries they'll be all charged up and ready to go. Kevin's been pretty busy. Kevin and Rudy, they've been doing, in addition to their regular broadcasts from LAX, they've been doing a number of behind-the-scenes specials.
Breaker 577, DFW Tower on at the B Park, runway 18 left, let's take off.
On the B Park, 18 left, clear for takeoff, American.
So Kevin and Rudy have been pretty busy. But I know that their fans are looking forward to their return appearance here at DFW. Kevin's been here twice now, and he brought Rudy along the last time. What is this we're looking at here, Walt? You say that's American Flight 577. It is going to Denver, Colorado. And that's a 737-800. So we're going to stick with you. We're going to stick it out here until we see the American Airlines flight off to Auckland, and which takes off from the west side here. And the Qatar flight to Doha, typically they send that over to the east side for takeoff, but see what happens. So the 777 as far as the Qatar flight goes, and a Dreamliner as far as the American flight goes. See in the background the Qatar flight on the move. I don't know what that noise is. My cord is rubbing up against my shirt here. It sounds kind of like a rude noise, but all right. There's the. This is very rare. This is the third Qatar Airways 777 we've seen this evening in the last 2.5 hours. The other two were two cargo jets coming in right after one another, which I'd never seen before. FTHL Luke says, Runway DFW, one of these times when I'm traveling in business, I'll try to schedule a longer layover at DFW to come visit, as long as you're there. I will try to make a special, I'll try to be here if you can let me know. And I realize that nothing is guaranteed. And I also realize that the Founders Plaza is not the easiest place to get to from the terminal area, unless you get a ride on an Uber or a Lyft or something, because there's no transit out here. There's no shuttle service that goes from here to the terminal areas, which is unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. But yeah, if you can make those arrangements, I'd be happy to try to make those arrangements so I could say hello and thank you to you in person. I mean, if it was like the old days when you could just, if you were coming through and you couldn't make it over here, in the old days, you could go greet somebody as they came in on the airplane. But not something that's so easy to do anymore. Well, now I'm not seeing the American Airlines Auckland flight lit up. It's supposed to, this flight is running about 5 minutes late, this Qatar flight. The American Airlines Dreamliner to Auckland, I believe its go time was supposed to have been 11 o'clock, which it is.
Tower, good evening, Jackery 2 Charlie, taxiing for runway 18 left, go. Tower 2 Charlie, heavy, DFW direct.
Oh cool, we're going to see it go out on 18 left.
Ready for departure, Jackery 2 Charlie.
Boy, that captain has a low voice. Good evening. Oliver Garrett says, you need headphones just like Kevin. Well, guess what? I've been rocking headphones. He's talking about Kevin of Airline Videos Live. I got them. They're right on my ears here. The cabin's all lit up, isn't it? Unless they're all shining lights to let us know that they're watching Runway DFW on their seatback screens. I doubt it. We have had a couple, there's somebody in the last couple of weeks, somebody was watching their plane take off while we were broadcasting. It must be a very weird thing, especially because there's a delay. Now, if you look at the...
Tower 2 Charlie, heavy, DFW Tower, RNAV to Spera, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff. Jackery 2 Charlie, still not ready, waiting for the cabin, and now we copied the RNAV to Spera.
So if you have a very accurate clock, the clock that's on our screen is, locked to the most accurate time source. So if you have an accurate time source, you can then make out the difference between the time here and the time you see this on your phone or tablet or computer screen or TV in the living room. It's usually about 20 or 30 seconds of processing time. This is a 13-year-old 777-200 LR. Got a long flight ahead of it to Doha. And I think that flight to Auckland, if we do get to see it, is probably about the same, pretty close to the same length.
Short, just have wait for the cabin.
Jackery Charlie, heavy right, cancel takeoff clearance, hold short, runway 18 left, and just size ready.
Jackery 2 Charlie, holding short right, 18 left, will go ready, Jackery 2 Charlie.
Well, there's something going on in the cabin. And so they've asked to pause their takeoff plans. I'm seeing the American Airlines flight to Auckland now lit up on the radar again. Not moving yet. We're talking about flight 35.
Jackery 2 Charlie, ready for departure.
Jackery 2 Charlie heavy, disregard, runway 18 left, line up and wait.
Runway 18 left, line up and wait, Jackery 2 Charlie.
All ready for departure. Semet Buckland is our new subscriber. Thank you, Semet. Hope I pronounced that correctly. So the Flying Oryx about to take to the skies here at DFW Airport.
Jackery 2 Charlie heavy, RNAV to Spera, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
Honest to Spera, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff, Jackery 2 Charlie.
Sorry, 2 Charlie, heavy contact, folks, have a good night.
Your departure, Qatar 2 Charlie, Merry Christmas, so long.
Merry Christmas.
And just like that, off it goes to Doha. Okay, now we're gonna see if we can check in on that.
Tower 9859, 18 right.
Check in on that Auckland-bound flight. See if we can see it here.
Envoy 9859, DFW Tower, runway 18 right, clear to land, wind 17011.
18 right, clear to land, Envoy 9859.
So I think that's it there, I think. Well, it's one of those planes. Not sure about that. Well, that's Terminal D, and it looks like the plane we're interested in is over in this corner of Terminal D somehow. And let's see, AA619, will you be streaming Friday morning? I don't have the answer yet. Did I answer that question? Oh, I think we're way back in the chat here. AP, reflecting back on what we just saw, spooling engines of the 777 are the best sounds in aviation. Well, I'm sure there's some folks who would take issue with that, AP, but sounds pretty good to me. So what we're doing right now is we go back to this flight radar map. Where did I put that? There it is. So flight to Doha has now been dispatched. We're just waiting for that flight 35 to make its move. But as you can see, nothing else is really happening over here. There's nothing. Oh, we do have something coming in from Little Rock. American Flight 9, well, I can't, American Eagle Flight, I can't read the number on there. But we will flip our camera around so you will be able to see that. And we'll have a little bit of action ahead of what we hope will be the arrival of the flight, or the takeoff of the flight to Auckland, New Zealand. An E-Jet arriving from Little Rock. Its cabin is all lit up too.
Envoy 9859 at Golf 8. Approximately 18 left, taxi Golf to the ramp. Have a good night.
At Golf 8, cross runway 18 left, taxi Golf to the ramp, Envoy 9859. Good night.
Well, back to Kiwi Watch 2023. We are waiting for American Airlines Flight 13, 7879 Dreamliner. Supposed to have departed at 11 o'clock, 15 minutes ago. I'd like to bring that to you, but I don't know if I can make things interesting enough between now and then. Would-be Renaissance Lady is checking in from Wales in the UK. A good Thursday morning, guys. Oh, I see some flashing lights there. That would seem to indicate a plane is getting ready to move.
Tower Delta 568, visual 18 right.
And Luke wishes you a good morning over there. Randy Bucksbaum, channel member, says hello again.
Delta 568, get to the tower, runway 18 right, clear to land.
18 right, clear land, Delta 568.
Luke says, I feel like there needs to be some breaking news style music. Let's see. We've got a library here. Kiwi Watch 2023. There you see it, ladies and gentlemen. American Airlines flight number 35. Now backing away from Terminal D as it prepares for its long trans-Pacific flight to Auckland, New Zealand. Stay with us for the latest developments on this breaking news. And it just kind of dies out like that, doesn't it?
We're everywhere.
I can play you all my jingles.
This is Runway DFW.
It's fun.
Tower, good evening, Square Wings, 1200, visual approach, 20 right.
It is fun. Hey, Delta Flight 568 is coming in from Los Angeles.
Tower, runway 18 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 18 right, Square Wings, 1200.
It is an Airbus A320. So while we wait for the dispatch of Flight 35 to Auckland, we will, I think, bring you... It's a little further away than I thought. I've done this before, haven't I? There it is. Coming in from behind the trees. Oh, wait a minute. That's another one. There's the Delta flight. There's a plane pretty close behind that one. So the plane just behind this one is Spirit Flight 1200 coming in from Los Angeles. So this one will need to scoot off the runway. There it goes.
Delta 568 at Whiskey Lima, cross runway 18 left, then taxi via Foxtrot, Alpha, cut around 0.65 on the Alpha Bridge, have a good night.
Hi, did Whiskey Lima will cross 18 left, then Foxtrot Alpha and ground on top of the Alpha Bridge, Delta 568. Good night.
So get ready for the Spirit aircraft. And then after we watch this, then we'll go back and check on the status of Kiwi Watch 2023. Closer, because if we see how gently we can do this, we pan over this way. Aha!
Spirit Wing 1200, parking.
I spy with my little eye Flight 35 off to
Spirit Wing
Auckland.
1200 at the Whiskey Lima cross, runway 18 left to the ramp, have a good night.
Alright, Whiskey Lima cross 18 left to the ramp. Have a good night, Spirit 1200.
Hello, DFW Tower, Skywest 4817, visual 18 right.
Skywest 4817, get the tower.
Now I'm
runway
being
18 right
asked
the
to
land.
make brownies.
Clear to land, 18 right, Skywest 4817.
Well, I'll get to that, my dear. This is going to be our final flight of the night unless something crazy happens. Again, this is American Flight 35 to Auckland, New Zealand, 7879. Now, either the cabin lights have been dimmed on this plane, or the Dreamliner's, I guess the cabin crew has the ability to dim the windows of the cabin, because the windows on the Dreamliner have some kind of an electronic mechanism that can be dimmed automatically, or I guess the passenger also has an option. As this is a very long flight, we would expect it to go most of the way down runway 18 left before it lifts off.
35 Heavy is with you, and we'll be ready at the end.
American 35 Heavy, DFW Tower, RNAV to Lawrence, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV to Laren, cleared for takeoff, 18 left, American 35 Heavy.
So about 25 minutes late. But we stayed with it. Sure, those passengers are eager to get going on this long trip. I'm very jealous. I'd love to go down there to New Zealand. And don't forget, our friend Kevin with Wellington Flights Live puts
United 772, DFW Tower, runway 18 right, clear to land.
Puts on some great broadcasts from Wellington and from other. He's been to Auckland. He's been over to Australia. So keep an eye on that Kevin from Wellington Flights Live.
American 35 Heavy contact, Mark, have a good night.
American 35 Heavy is switching, good night.
Okay, we're going to have one more plane for you. It'll be United 772 from Denver. And this will be a new, or new-ish,
Parkson Bravo or Echo tonight?
We're going
Max 8.
Skyless 1417.
And I say newish because it's new as of April of this year.
Whiskey Lima, cross, runway 18
That's
left,
pretty
back
new.
to the Foxtrot Alpha, photograph 65 on the altitude, have a good night.
Whiskey Lima, cross 18 left, Foxtrot Alpha.
So we'll
ground once we cross the Alpha bridge.
swing our big camera around. And I think I see it now. A Max 8 to close things down tonight. Still don't see a lot of those. Not here anyway. It's here. And that's going to just about do it for us here on this After Dark edition of Runway DFW.
United 772, can you
Well, I would like to, before we go,
over the bridge, kind of
give our sincere thanks to channel sponsor James Webb. Thank you, James, for everything you do for the channel and for your $200 super chat earlier this evening. Also, to Airline Videos Live and our friend Kevin, who supplies us with battery power that we use to juice up our gear. Thank you, Kevin. Hope to see you soon. And as always, to the Runway DFW Moderation Federation. We had James Aldrich in here earlier. From Oklahoma City. We've got Mrs. Runway DFW in the channel now. Thank you to all of you for taking care of us tonight. And I'd like to thank you, the Runway DFW viewer, for being kind enough to hang out with us here on the pickup truck tonight. We'll be back soon with more stuff. Possible we'll be back on a maybe Friday morning. I don't know. We'll see. And then we might be here on Saturday. So we hope to see you again soon. So thanks everybody, and happy contrails to you until we meet again. I didn't see you in there. I didn't mean to not thank you. Thank you for your work as a moderator and a channel member.
For overseas acts and promotional consideration furnished by Pan American World Airways, the world's most experienced airline. Pan Am makes the going great. This is Dick Tufeld speaking.